in terms of how it affects the way that I think. It kind of filters through the Bible, where it talks a lot about loving your neighbor, loving God, and how living your life is a reflection of who God calls you to be. So in the Bible, that would be a person who's kind, who loves the Lord before they love money, and who desires to help people who are needy. But also in terms of like policy and stuff, if we're going to get into politics, I think it's important to be non-biased and to not pick a side on what you think is better, but to look out for the people who are affected by decisions and stuff like that. So pretty much in everything, it's looking out for people and living in submission to God.
Yeah, it's basically like non-bias is like you gotta see who you can help, see what you can do. It's not
Hmm.
just saying like this is what it is. It's like looking at this, but also looking at the other side.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have a question for you,
Yeah,
Riley.
sure.
So now that you come over to, this Christian university, right? You come over here to Simpson. So based on your beliefs, what do you think, or how do you think Simpson, how could I put this into words? How do you think the religion is here at Simpson? Like, do you think that everybody here is being a good Christian? Do you think that maybe some are here and don't do enough? Or what do you think about Simpson and its standpoint, I guess, and its Christianity, since it is a Christian private school?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think last year or maybe the year before that, they did away with the clause in their admissions process where you have to be a Christian to be on campus to be a student. So in terms of whether or not everybody here is Christian, I don't know. I don't think so, just because that's not a requirement anymore. But I think there are a large number of people here who are committed to following the Lord, and I think there's a distinction between being a good Christian and being well, I think just the way that good Christian is defined is a little bit weird, because there are people in the Bible who are they're like people like David, who are said to be people after God's own heart, yet he also committed adultery. So I don't think if you mess up, you can't be a good Christian, because I think a good Christian is designated by someone who, even though they mess up, live in understanding of the grace of God, and who deserve to sin, but when they do, they humbly come to repentance. So I think there are people who need to come to the Lord who haven't, but I also think there are a good group of people who understand and live in the grace that we've been given through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ.